Hi everyone, welcome to Billy Fitzgerald Golf, and today we're going to talk about doing multiple different swing scenarios and fixes with one drill, and that's simply just throwing a ball. So we're going to start with an inside takeaway. Okay, so if I set up to this ball, so what an inside takeaway is that if I pretend that I'm on this tilted circle and I take the club and I pull it drastically to the inside, so it would be way under that plane line. How do I fix that with just a simple thought? Well, the first thing I would do is grab a golf ball. You can just set your club down, but how my wrist works. Okay, so the very first thing is we're going to establish how my wrist works, and then we're going to start throwing some golf balls to make some swing changes or fixes. So again, if I just throw a ball, this arm stays stable and my wrist works this way back and forth. So I load and release, or load and throw. So I would load and throw this golf ball. Okay, that's pretty much what we're going to do, and we're going to throw it in the vicinity we want to go. So again, with that inside takeaway, I'm going to take a ball. Okay, so with that inside takeaway, if I were to throw it, not change anything, that ball would go way to the inside. Now when you look closer at what a swing does and what the golf club is doing in relationship to my hands or compared to my hands, when it swings back, the club head starts slightly outside my hands, then it gets in line with my hands, then it works away from the ball. So it's not for a little bit, probably not until we get halfway back or hands high with the club, that it starts working away or it starts to pivot back. Okay, so when you swing and you're using this golf ball, you're simply going to feel like you set up and you're going to throw the ball out to the right. Okay, so you're going to throw the ball out this way to the outside, not to the inside. So I would throw the ball this way, slightly to the outside. Okay, now I take my club and I make some practice swings. So as I start to swing back, I start to feel how I throw the face out. I throw the face out. So now as I throw the face out and hit, the golf club is going to be a little more out. Okay? So another scenario. What I see is, again, it's probably from that same person, is they swing too far to the inside, the club goes in and then it reaches across the line, so it starts to go across the line. So this person, we need to throw the ball this way. So we're trying to make the ball awareness in our hands, the same thing if I were playing with the face of the club in my hands. So that's what you're trying to feel. You've got to have this relationship between my hands on the grip and feeling the weight of this club. So now when I swing back and swing, I'm going to throw the ball back into the right. Back into the right. See, all of a sudden this arm starts to work and this elbow starts to fold how it's supposed to, and my wrist starts to load how it's supposed to. The weight of the club is going to help me establish and do that. If I were to try to swing it back here, so across the line is just the opposite. See, my elbow goes way out, my hand's pointing the wrong way. So when you swing back, it starts to feel this way. It starts to feel that way. So the ball gets thrown behind me and it teaches my arm how to work this way, how my wrist goes back and my elbow folds in. Okay, so now when we make a swing, we'll make a practice swing. So I still feel that ball in my hand, but I'm starting to feel how it throws back there. I feel the face of the club throw back there. I feel the face of the club throw back there. So now when I hit, I start to feel the face of the club throw back there. Okay, now the last scenario. Someone that has trouble sliding and getting the club way out to the right. Okay, what do we want that person to do? Okay, so what sliding does is it causes you to drag the handle and the face can't catch up, so we leave everything out to the right. So what we want that person to do is throw it to the left, and so we're going to add a little pivot when we do that. So again, from face on, if we were to throw it to the left, see this pushes back and out of the way, and I feel my hand go this way. So that's how my hand wants to work, not that way. I don't want to slide and drag the handle. Okay, so we would practice this. So you'd swing back, boom, and throw it this way. Swing back, push back, and throw it that way. So the ball goes behind me or to the left a little bit. So again, I make that same swing. So again, I'll swing back and to the left. So as this pushes back, my hand goes over here. So do the same thing with the club. So again, I'm feeling the face of the club is the ball. So again, when I swing back, I feel I push back and throw the face around me. So those are a couple scenarios how throwing a ball can help you with whatever you're dealing with. Maybe it's an inside takeaway, across the line, sliding and getting the club way out to the right, or maybe it's even, I've used this several times for this, how do I take the club away? What's my first move? When do my wrists work? So it could feel this way, throwing a ball, that's what it feels like. Then you get ready to go and you throw the face. When does my wrist hinge? You know, probably sooner rather than later. It's not up, 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 and then go, but somewhere in here. So it's not an exact science. Some may be different than others. So throwing a ball, as easy as that sounds, can really help your golf swing. You've got to make sure that what you're feeling as you're throwing the ball, you're throwing this club head. So it can make your wrists work, and it can really make your body work in a different way, in a better way moving forward. So try this drill. It's very simple, and that's what we're looking at to do is getting things that work and are very simple that you can take to the course. For more tips like these or to schedule a live lesson, visit me at BillyFitzgeraldGolf.com.